we're chatting with people on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Pop out the chat on YouTube. You'll also see probably some people chat here in Riverside. And there it is.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
What's
Hello.
up?
Woo! We are live.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, we're
This
live.
is very exciting.
Do
Very
the intro. Do the intro voice thing.
Oh.
The intro voice.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But you got to
Hi, hello, and welcome.
There
It's
it is.
Nolan North and the Retro Replay team. Today I'm joined by Stephanie, Pagan, Drew, and Big Papa PJ. It's Retro Replay, it's Trailer Talk, and we're live.
We're live.
We're live.
How's that?
That was pretty good.
Yes.
It's like you've
They're
never
live.
It's like you've done this before.
No.
We are doing a special video today. Just launched yesterday. Just announced yesterday at Netflix. Jean-Claude Van Damme is back, baby. He's back, and he's doing the splits, and in a film. Can someone give the French say La Dernière Mercenary?
What are you talking about?
But or also known as the Last
The Last
Mercenary.
Mercenary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's French here? PJ, you're
Le
Dernier? Le Dernier?
Le Dernier
Le Dernier Mercenaire?
Mercenaire? Is that how we do it? We say? So now we
Sounds
just
good.
lost-
I just use
Yeah.
a French accent and everything sounds good. The Last Mercenary. There you go. That's how you say
You're
it.
Yeah, you say
Canadian.
the last mercenary in a French accent.
Hey, we're
That's
French
perfect.
Canadian.
Nailed
The
it.
Last
Nailed
Mercenary?
it.
Last
I-
Mercenary.
I'm gonna
Huh?
say since I've been binge watching Lupin, which is also a French Netflix show, and I feel like the French have now they're here and they're here to stay, and they're making films with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So I'm super stoked to watch this trailer. I don't know about you guys.
That makes one of us.
Yeah. All right. Good.
I'm looking forward to it. I like
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Right.
And I also
I'm
like
just
Doritos.
pulling your-
And he's pushed Doritos.
and Volvo trucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, the epic splits.
All
They did
right.
the epic splits on the trucks.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Famous.
Famous.
All right, let's watch this
Let's
damn
go.
trailer.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
All right,
do
I'm
this.
changing scenes. Ah, we're all here.
All
Okay,
right.
pressing play. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Sur un fax.
Dynamite.
Oh,
Envoie un fax avec un code vue de
it's like my
25
wedding night.
C'est parti depuis 25
I thought it was Time Cop again when they said, we see the facts from 25 years ago.
Yeah. I know, right?
Expert, pilotage, armement.
Expert driver, pilot, and sharpshooter.
Insaisissable. D'où son surnom,
There it is. It's the splits.
la brume.
That's just
How do you?
classic.
Look at it.
And he's already kicking everyone's ass. See, this is ideal.
I like him, but I don't like reading.
Attention, t'as beau passer ton temps à sauver les enfants des autres, là, c'est le tien.
I wanted to
Yeah, I
read
thought it
it.
was going to be just the beginning, not the whole thing.
You can listen to it in French.
Tu veux pas mourir?
Can if you don't want
I hope they don't do a shitty dub on this, though.
Oh, look!
I like
Wow,
it.
look at
Qui
that
utilise
mouth.
l'identité d'Archie.
Faut qu'on retrouve cet imposteur pour que je
That
puisse
guy's
être
good.
blanche.
That one kid, I've seen him
Il faut
before.
que je te trouve et
Oh, yeah?
t'élimine.
What is he wearing with that mustache?
Il y a une règle chez les agents.
It looks amazing.
Oh no, I don't like it.
Parce qu'on parle de la sûreté de la France. Il faut réouvrir le
National
réseau.
security's at stake, of course. And there's a
Of
secret
course
room.
it is.
Qui c'est qui me souffle dans le cou, là?
It's billed as a comedy, an action comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that wig. Oh
Terminator.
my god.
Ma man! Vous voulez jouer? On va jouer.
Oh, he had to do a
I
dancing
have
scene.
questions
Oh
about
my
the wig.
God.
I want to know.
These wigs.
I want to
He
know the
looks-
context.
He looks terrifying and amazing.
Scooter
Somebody's got a little Scarface vibe going on.
Tu fais de ton mieux
Yeah.
avec ce que tu as.
Kick, punch, flip, dance,
You
jab,
see him
split.
punch a
Je vais
guy in the
reconnaître
nuts?
très gros.
Hell yeah, he's done that before.
It's a thing.
That's his move, dude. He does the splits nut punch.
And oh,
blood
I
sport.
see. I see.
Is
Okay,
that how you
makes
blood-
kick
that's a
sense.
blood
people?
sport
You
callback.
punch
Nut
people
punch.
in the nuts?
Drew's reliving his
telling you.
80s.
I'm so reliving my 80s right now. I mean, the muscles from Brussels is back, baby.
The muscles.
Ah.
Wow.
He's still trying to work that in.
I'm not going to apologize for Nolan. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not going to apologize for loving Jean-Claude Van Damme, dude. Like Bloodsport is probably the best, like one of the best martial arts action films ever made.
I love
Like,
Time Cop.
Time Cop's awesome.
Time Cop was okay, but he's right. Bloodsport was like
Blood
when he
was
didn't really know who he was, and you're like, this is fun. Watch. I mean, he's the precursor to like John Wick and all that shit. You know, I mean, I tell you, I think it's funny. You watch this. How many wigs did he wear in that trailer? Maybe we should
We need
go
a
back
wig
and
count.
count sometime.
I loved it.
Because he was like he had some major different looks going on there. And then he turned in the wig and it was just that leathered old face basically going, I am getting tired of doing splits and punching people in the dick. But it doesn't get old. Drew, I'm with you. It does not get old.
It doesn't.
You can't watch it as a dub though. There's no way you have to read it. You can't watch it as a dub.
I definitely don't think they
have
will
to
dub
read
it because usually if Netflix are coming out with a foreign film and it will be available in dub, they'll show you the dub trailer. You can choose to have it off with subtitles, but they'll always show you the dub trailer, whereas they have launched it with the subtitles, so I think they're not going to dub this.
Maybe we should dub it.
Maybe you should, Nolan.
Dubious dubs. We should dubious dubs the hell out of that.
Yes.
I love that idea.
Yeah, dubious dubs the trailer, please, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
that
could be fun.
That could be fun. I think this movie's gonna be great. Here's why. It's like a mashup of his greatest hits. Like he's doing the splits. He did the nut punch. He's doing there's like the famous lines in there. Like he's got like he's bringing it. It's like they're mashing up, all, like Universal Soldier, Hard Target, Death Warrant, Cyborg, which is like the weirdest B-movie, post-apocalyptic sci-fi movie that is just low-budget gold you'll ever see starring John. He literally has like 2 lines in the whole film. So definitely go watch that if you're on a Jean-Claude Van Damme binge. But it's like they took the best parts of those movies and like put them in a blender and made it French. So I'm kind of like, let's do this, Netflix. Well done.
I think Netflix is. I think they're, as they're trying to take over the entire streaming world across the world. I think they're doing these foreign language films to open the markets. So Netflix in France, their content made just for them. They've done it in Germany. I think that this is part of a plan for them. But when I see a movie like this, I think back into the days and how these type of movies got financed. You would see them at the foreign film festivals, or you'd see them at AFI Festival here in Santa Monica, and that it was some hedge fund guy or some doctor that wanted to meet celebrities, one famous guy, like Van Damme or Rutger Hauer or somebody, and then they put it together for a straight to DVD kind of film, and then Van Damme or Rutger got the lion's share of the movie money. I just had that feel. I tried to do some research to see how the thing got financed, and I could find nothing. And then how Netflix buys it, so they just would have paid time and a half, and then he got it all financed over there in France. So I wonder I really want to know how that movie got made, financed.
Well, yeah, I think it isn't. I mean, it's sort of like you bring in Jean-Claude Van Damme. You got it. Clearly the script is like written for him, so it's like someone came and's like, I got this script. This is for Jean-Claude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's totally not making fun of, but like using his nostalgia of like those 80s films and
the producer said that was his exact purpose. That was his exact purpose. He wanted to do an 80s action film and no better than Van Damme. Although Van Damme said, I'm excited to be part of this new genre. I was like, new genre?
Yeah,
it's not a new genre.
He must, what? He must be talking about the streaming aspect of that genre. The idea that this is not going to be in the movie theater. Is that what you're saying? Yes, it's a new genre. So only goes right to people's homes.
Oh, I see.
That's great. How can we work Doritos into this picture?
That's a pretty good impression.
If there isn't Doritos in this film, I'm kind of going to be upset.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be like, missed opportunity?
Yeah, maybe
Even just
maybe
have
Doritos.
A character's code name is Dorito. Like somebody, just something, Just a small reference.
I still want to go back to the dub, and every time he does those splits, I want to go.
Can you make a pan flip noise?
The splits. Can we talk about the splits for a minute? Like I just don't like that. Like he's got a signature move. Like I feel like every action hero, and like for Jean-Claude Van Damme for the splits to be the thing, it's just amazing. Like that is an amazing thing that he brought to. I don't know why it is there, but and it makes me sort of gives me a weird pain on the inside every time he does it as a man. So, but God,
Well,
I just don't know how he doesn't smash his balls when he does that.
right?
And
He's
I'm not even trying to be
60.
funny.
How
I'm
is
like,
he still doing that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel
I don't
like
think
it's
any
something he's
man,
cracked out at
unless you're a
parties.
professional gymnast, no man should be that flexible. That's just, it's like, because if you're that flexible and like something goes wrong in your life and you ever end up in prison, wow, you're just going to be like a toy.
Not your Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh.
Fucking have people in
It's
there.
okay. It doesn't even hurt anymore because everything is stretchy in my body.
Everything's
Oh my
stretchy.
god.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Does
You're
he
not wrong.
does he only come from a background in martial arts, or does he have some sort of gymnast background? Is it just martial arts?
That's a great question.
Anybody in the chat know?
Yeah, right?
People are furiously googling. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Gymnast.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because it's like did Arnold Schwarzenegger came from like a bodybuilding background?
He
and then
was
kinda, like,
he
Right.
was a gymnast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he
Van
was a
Damme
gymnast,
was
that's what I
a
thought.
gymnast.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
That's cool. I mean,
Oh.
I like that the tagline here in the trailer: "One last flip, kick, punch, jab, split." It's and it's really leaning in. It's sort of like this
Yeah.
trend, right? You got Stallone coming back for The Last Blood, right? You have Arnold playing Terminator, the one last time. You know, it's sort of like we're getting and now Harrison Ford's putting on the hat again for Indiana Jones. It's like we're getting like the 80s action heroes are coming back. You know, one last run. You know, and I'm kind of part of me is like we don't need it, but part of like the inner kid in me is like I want this really bad. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of
yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah,
cool to see this happen.
but Drew, remember, it's one last time unless it makes
Makes money.
$100 million.
Right,
And,
and
then,
then-
they're like, let's do one last time, one more time.
Well,
One more last time.
It's like the ever-ending Who
He's back.
farewell tour.
yeah, exactly.
Every
Yeah,
time
like,
the Who needed money, they did a farewell tour again.
yeah, like Kiss was the same way. The
Yeah.
last Kiss concert ever until a year later. The last Kiss concert ever again.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah.
last year.
I don't mind it. Money making.
Yeah, no, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
This looks fun. I mean, it just looks, it looks comedic in tone, and I really like that. I really enjoy French media. Like I watched a Netflix show. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. It's called Le Mans, and that was really interesting. I thought it was a great series. I've yet to watch Lupin. I've yet to actually get into that.
I just started it. It's pretty solid.
Okay. Other than that,
Action
like,
films you watch, you gotta watch them, right? They got
Yeah.
everything all that's going on. It's going to be tricky to watch and read. No.
Why? Why is that tricky?
Because I always sit down.
Not that
I'm a slow
tricky.
reader.
It's not that hard.
Don't be hard.
You gotta just use, what you do is you got to use your peripheral. You're like,
Yeah. You put
Yeah.
one eye.
I peripheral to the side, not to the bottom.
Yeah, I was just gonna
it's
say,
on
you put one
Netflix
eye
now.
up and
Just
one
rewind
eye
the chapter. It'll be
down.
fine. Just read it all first, and then rewind and watch the action. It'll be fine.
I
I
knew.
actually don't mind. I don't
I don't mind
mind
it either.
subtitled films.
Yeah.
I
I
like
wonder
French
what.
films. There's some
wonder-
really cool ones.
Can someone channel their inner Paul Both? What would Paul Both think of this?
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I don't like
Whatever.
those foreign films.
I was gonna do the
I
same
don't-
thing. It's
I
just
don't-
like
I don't like
Not made in
reading.
America.
It's not
Yeah,
made in
it's
America.
okay.
Yeah, it's alright. I'll watch it next
Alright.
year when it's on DVD because he
Yes.
still buys DVDs. He still gets DVDs from Netflix.
ah.
I was in a Best Buy, and this guy walked up. He goes, "Do you sell CDs?" And I swear to you, the guy who was helping, he interrupted. Guy was helping me look at stuff, and he interrupted. He said, "Excuse me." He said, "Do you have CDs? Where are the CDs?" And I swear, the kid looked at him and goes, "The what?" It's CDs. He goes,
No.
Are we
"No."
that?
And I said, and
Were
I
there?
looked at him and I went, "It's music. It's music. He goes, CD. Oh right. No, I don't think so. I
Really?
don't know. I don't think so." He said, and then
Wow.
the strange thing is, Best Buy does, however, sell vinyl records.
Amazing.
No way. No way.
Yes, they do. They do.
Wow.
They have a
Yeah.
vinyl record section, so they have
It's all
vinyls.
full circle.
I feel like, right,
But
there
they
is
did
some sort
not
of
have
trend,
that.
though, right? Because you go in now to, say, that Best Buy kid who is... What age would you say he was? Nolan, like in his 20s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
easily.
go into his 20s. If you say vinyl, he's like, oh, yeah, that is so, like, so retro, and I've got vinyl, and, like, that's the best way to listen to music. You say CD, and he's like,
Crazy hip.
huh? I swear in 5 years'
Yeah.
time, it's going to be like, yeah, CDs are so dope, and even though they're super compressed sound and not at all like vinyl at all, but they're so retro. Because 2000s are coming back. I don't know who told anybody this was cool, but the 2000s, unfortunately, are coming back
No.
with the bucket hat.
Too soon.
The
Unfortunately.
Too soon.
2000s
The
are coming back.
2000s, yeah, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. How is that?
That's
The
too-
80s, fine. But then, like, I don't know. Listen, somebody has to tell somebody else that the bucket hat thing is just not a cool look.
I went for the 8-track.
It's the
I'm
bu-
okay
the
with
bucket
the
hat.
bucket hat.
No,
Bucket hat's kind of
Nolan,
fun.
No.
I mean, if you're
Hey, listen,
fishing,
they don't make
you
they
need a
don't make
bucket
them in my size.
Yeah, if you're fishing,
They don't make buckets.
we'll get you a retro replay bucket hat, shall we?
yeah, we're gonna bring that. We're bringing
There
back
we
the
go.
bucket hat
Oh, no.
solely here on Retro
No,
Replay.
don't
The
do
greatest
this to
bucket
me.
hat ever,
Why?
Caddy.
Oh yeah,
If you could bring back any era, what would it be? And you would participate in it because they come back all the time. Doesn't mean you participate.
80s for sure.
Oh.
80s has the best music,
Yeah,
the best
the
action.
I lived
movies.
through that. I don't need to do that shit
Yeah, I
again.
lived through it
it's
too.
the best-
I did.
No,
I think I'd go to the. I
Same
think
stuff.
I might go to the.
I wasn't even a thought.
Same. I wasn't
Maybe
even
the
glinting
maybe
my father's
the
eye.
maybe like the 50s, early 50s, just when rock and roll was going.
Ooh.
That could be kind of cool. Just go. I'd gonna hang with the Rat Pack. Though.
The problem with the
Alright.
50s, if you're fat, the styles suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you in the
don't be
50s, you look
fat.
good in a thin suit and a thin tie, and like everything is made
That's
to be
60s.
thin.
That's
and-
more 60s.
Nah, take a Mad Men time. The fat guys
That's the
always looked
60s.
awful.
Mm,
Yeah,
Mad Men
well,
was in
it
the
started in the
50s.
50s.
Yeah, that was the 6th.
Yeah, I guess so.
I
Yeah.
thought-
Well,
I
it
thought it started in the
really,
50s, but the end of
the 50s started in 55 and went to 64.
Yeah, I would
The
have said
70s,
the 50s.
you know what I mean? Like the 60s, we know started in 65 and went into the 70s. We think it's from
Yeah.
the 0 to the 9. It's not. It's like 3 or 4 years in until 3 or 4 years into the next decade. The beginning of the 60s was very 50s.
Yeah, it's true.
What?
And the beginning of the 70s was very 60s.
yeah, and the beginning
know,
of the
the- well, there
70s
isn't-
was very.
The
60s.
70s would be cool. Those bell bottoms back again, and
Oh,
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
everybody's
The
just
70s was
doped
cool.
out of their mind in the 70s. Like no one even remembers the 70s.
Yeah, the 70s.
all I know,
The
all
only
those
thing I would
drugs.
do is if
Come on, let's
if
bring
I
the
could go
70s back
to the
today.
70s, if I could go back to the 70s, I would just want to see like Zeppelin play.
Yeah.
I'd want to go see Led Zeppelin.
Mm.
I'd want to go see,
Mm.
you know, Mick Jagger before he was 100. You know, I mean, there's some good music from the 70s. I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I want
That's
to bring
all.
back the 1880s.
Oh, no.
I'd like to go
1880s.
down to the 18,
No way.
1960.
Oh my god. Anything before
Bring back
like
the 800s.
Anything before
Yeah.
the 50s.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's just like no way.
Maybe the 20s. I don't know
Yeah.
if I could pop in, pop out.
The 1800s are just like it's just like death everywhere. Just
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
God, that old man over there is 41.
Mhm.
You know,
Back
Yeah,
when
your life-
women
life
in their Victorian
expectancy.
skirts couldn't actually like go to the toilet properly, so they just didn't wear underwear and they just spread them out in the middle of the streets. That's
Yeah.
actually a historic fact. You can go look at that. That's in
Wow.
England. Classy.
by the way,
ladies.
I'm
Wow.
into I'm into the no underwear thing.
Yeah,
It's kind of hot.
like about 16 layers of skirt and a hoop skirt.
I can get through that. I can
Totally.
get through as much
Absolutely.
that I can get through it.
And a
With
corset.
my bare
Oh,
teeth.
Find a
yeah.
way.
And a corset.
We'll
Yeah,
find a
actually
way.
2 corsets. Yeah, yeah.
I would just crawl under the corset and just kind of shimmy.
good.
Just you'd be well hidden though. Like you could just sneak.
See the
out of
big
the
bell
skirt.
dresses, and you look at the bottom, and there's Nolan's feet sticking out underneath.
Why do you have fur legs?
Mm, Two of them are hairy. Weird.
Why is there cackling coming from your?
But you know the only problem. The only other problem though is like the hygiene was not good
No.
back then.
No.
Yeah.
And like the medical.
So you could asphyxiate under a corset like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of oral sex back then.
It's funny. It's like I like camping, but I don't like camping permanently. You know, it's like I like going camping and then coming back to my
You mean
nice
you're
house
like
with
camping
with air-
permanently is called homelessness.
Right.
Wow.
I mean,
I mean,
It is.
I mean,
Go to
really,
Venice
it
Beach,
is.
California. It's like the guy, the tent. They're all set up. It's beautiful.
oh wow.
wow.
Venice Beach is
But
a
if I was
mess
homeless,
right
people
now.
are like, "Are you homeless?" No, I'm camping permanently. Give me
the
a
best
dollar.
sarcastic diss ever, like to
Yeah.
somebody just oblivious. Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't think. Let's go back to the 50s or the 80s, or you know what? Let's just go to the future, where
By the way, isn't this about Jean-Claude Van Damme's
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
I was, yeah,
Well,
we
If I
went
could
from
go back to
here
any time, I'll tell you what time I would go back to. 1980s, when I became a star and I was
Yeah.
young. If I
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
get
in
all
the
the trim I
80s, he
needed.
did not know. He did not know how to dress in the 80s, though.
What are you talking about? He dressed
Are you
amazing.
kidding?
Oh, he used to
Tank
wear
top,
some weird
tank
clothes in the 80s.
Yeah,
Everybody
everybody
was wearing.
did.
Yeah, that was the
I'm
thing.
actually
Everybody
very
had
proud to
something.
say I never owned a pair of parachute pants. I may have had a members only jacket,
Yeah.
but I never had parachute pants. I had friends who had it.
retro
but
replay parachute pants.
Yeah, I'll dig
Yeah.
that.
We'll do some hammer time. You know, a little
Beautiful.
Oh.
too legit to quit kind of shit. Ninja rap.
those,
We'll bring
those,
back
those,
all that.
those are different.
Um,
Remember those parachute pants were the ones with the zippers. Remember, didn't they have
Yeah.
like 40 zippers on them?
Oh yeah, yeah,
did they?
yeah.
There was a
That
run
would
on
be
zippers. or
amazing.
something.
That's super productive, given that women don't even have pockets.
I
feel
know,
like 40,
right?
40 zips.
Thank you.
I know, but you never put anything in it.
Oh, it's
No,
upsetting.
it's like decorative. Yeah,
Oh, decorative zips.
Oh, well,
That's
Decorative
an
zippers.
insult to us.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
that's
good.
back to women's pants. I'll keep
Yeah.
the
God,
women's
yeah,
pants.
never mind. The South
You know who
Park.
hated you know who hated those zippered pants? Hairy guys, hairy leg guys.
Mm.
Not good.
Oh.
Did you ever see those girls' zipper pants with the zipper went all the way around and like broken two legs? Did you ever see that?
No.
Everybody's
No, but
silent.
I'd like to.
No.
Yeah, I was like, or did you see this on a sex
Aren't those
website or
just
something?
chaps?
Is this like
Yeah, I had a cousin that had a pair.
the
No, that's not a cousin.
talking here?
Wow.
I've seen that. I've seen.
Well,
the,
again, we've gone
the
down a road
suits
that has
with the
nothing to
zip
do
all
with the
way around.
trailer.
Yeah, I suppose
There's
so.
just not a lot to talk about with this movie.
It's
Like,
the
there's
French.
nothing on it.
It's
It
the
is what it is.
French.
You know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'll still
mean,
watch it though.
yeah.
I'll watch it for the nostalgia factor. The reading part is gonna. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We'll
What do you
see.
think people? What about illiterate people? Do they look at that movie and go, "That's a slap in the face"?
People that can't read.
I can't read. This is bullshit.
They
Or
got
slow
elevate their
readers,
game.
and it goes
Yeah.
too fast, and they got to
Yeah.
keep pausing all the time.
Yeah.
Or just people with hard of sight. Like my brother would be like, "Oh, fucking, like right up to the thing." Even with glasses on, he'd be like, "Nah, I can't read that." And just turn off.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. I'd have to wear my glasses to watch this movie.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are the worst.
So many problems
It's like
with this.
it's like yeah, subtitles can't see it, can't
You know, it'd be
hear it,
great.
can't
What
do
if
anything.
they had a feature where Siri read it to you as everyone's talking? It would just
Oh,
be.
yeah.
"Ah,
Oh
Oh.
my
Oh my
god.
god, I would lose my mind.
I will now have to punch you.
Let's try
Maybe
watching
in
it without the
French and
subtitles.
English.
I saw Amelie in the movie theater in pure
Oh,
French, and
Amelie's
it was,
beautiful.
and I got it. I understood it,
Hmm.
and I mean I can speak
Did
a little
you?
French, but
Mhm.
I loved it.
I
It was my
think you
favorite
could-
French film.
Mm,
I loved Amelie.
I'm skeptical.
I
if you
saw it
actually
at
understood that
Cannes.
movie.
It was.
That
I
is
loved
so
it.
cool. You saw Amelie
Wow.
at Cannes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's so cool. Amelie was such a great film. If anybody hasn't seen it, please go and see that. It's a really good film.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right.
Get your
I've
reading
never
glasses.
actually watched the English version, like the dubbed version.
I actually
to
never
think
heard
of, like-
either. I only watched the French version.
Are there any
We
other
don't
like?
have much to talk about.
I'm trying to think of any other
Because of this
dub
movie.
movies that I like really enjoy. Like Run Lola Run, I think was a like not dubbed, subtitle.
That was
Subtitle.
a good movie. Now, that was German, right?
Yeah.
was good.
The original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
cool.
those are all good. The
That
the
was
trilogy
good, too.
is really good. Yeah.
And wasn't La Femme Nikita the first one? Wasn't that French?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, La Femme.
Yeah.
La
Yeah.
Femme.
Yeah, that was good.
I've watched a lot.
Parasite, like won an Academy Award.
I watched that dubbed.
Ashcan A, dropping that.
That's a good
Let's
one.
see, The
I
Raid.
just haven't seen
Tina Kavanaugh saying The Raid. That's a good film
The
too.
Raid
Yeah, I
is
like
a
The
great
Raid.
film.
Yeah, yeah, subtitle.
I would like to see the train to Busan. Is that right? Check and correct me on that. It's a
Yeah.
Korean film. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
very good. Although it's zombie, so I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
but it's supposed to be very good.
Yeah, actually,
That Korean film, Old Man, or was it or Old Man? Is that what it was?
oh, I
That was
think
good.
yeah. Actually,
Yeah,
Lily
that
Kay
was.
has an article on the RetroReplayShow.com about
Train
Korean
to Busan?
films
Oh,
and Train to
Korean film.
Busan specifically as like her
Her
introduction
favorite
into
film.
like into those films. Like
They got a good business over there. Like they got good films coming out of Korea.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Old
Matthew
Old
Snyder,
Boy, that's what it is.
Old
Old
Boy,
Boy.
yeah,
The original
Old
was
Boy.
shocking.
Never seen
The remake was
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You know what though? Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon's dub was so good that I actually don't mind watching the dubbed version over the subtitled version. Like they did an incredible job on the dub, and then that's an amazing film.
I hate a bad dub. It just ruins it.
Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah,
Bad
some
dubs
of
can
them
be funny though too.
Yeah.
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 But I'll read it if the dub is really bad. There was some show. It was a Netflix series.
Did I lose you?
There's a
what?
Netflix series,
What
and it
was
was
that?
like a Vikings thing, and the dub was actually good enough you didn't have to turn the dub off. It was really good. I can't remember what that
Oh.
was. German, the north where the Germans had all the north of Europe. It was like a
Oh,
Viking
that
thing. It
and
was
speaking
really
of
good.
Germans, that's one of my favorite films that was in German that was dubbed The Bunker. But the last
Ooh,
days
that
of
was
Hitler.
good too.
Oh.
That
I
was
think I've
good
seen
too.
that.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh, the guy who played Hitler was. You're just like, oh my God, he was
Oh, is that
unbelievable.
that famous meme that goes around where like Hitler's like
Yes.
screaming at that dude? Is that from the bunker?
Yeah, and they dub it.
Yeah,
Dub
yeah.
it with different
That
things.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, that is an incredible. Like, go Google like Hitler screaming it. I mean, and there's incredible dubs of
Yeah.
people like of him
really
Hitler
good.
saying, yeah. That is true. That he looks that. Yeah, that's an incredible impression.
Well, when does this Van Damme film come out?
That's July 30th. Yeah, July 30th.
I hope I remember
Excellent.
it back then.
I mean, props to Netflix.
We'll send you a text.
Props to
It'll be on
Netflix though.
Netflix, we'll
They
see it.
are continuing to bring out pretty cool stuff. I think like when you consider like movies. We haven't really. Most of us haven't been to a movie theater in over a year, right? And HBO Max putting out all their movies out online has sort of been a respect to that sort of need. But Netflix has been bringing some pretty cool movies almost on a monthly basis, sometimes weekly, where you're like, all right, this is. I mean,
It's
I
going
don't
to be
know.
hard
Yeah.
to catch up to them now. I started watching that Sweet Tooth on Netflix. Did you
that
start
good?
watching
I
that?
might be- I have to
Yeah.
start
Fucking
that.
great.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's
Robert
really
Downey
cool.
Jr. That's his
That's
baby.
production. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, I
it's
saw the
just
trailer
I didn't
and
know
was
that.
like,
so different. It's so different on so many levels, but then
Really?
very familiar in the idea because it's like
Yeah.
a COVID thing breaks out, and it's interesting.
And
So
it's a DC universe like story,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
because obviously he's Marvel's Iron Man. So
it has a couple
yes,
moments
he
where
is.
it dipped, but I'm going to give it another episode or two. I was actually,
Okay.
actually enjoyed it.
yeah.
I
Good
think
to know.
streaming companies are doing really well. Sorry,
So
Nolan,
try
I
to
get
catch
that you're off
Netflix now. Try to catch
No,
Netflix now.
you didn't.
Good luck.
Are you sure? Sorry.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well,
good thing.
Disney Plus is doing a pretty good job. I mean, and not because of their films that they're launching, but like they have really good original series. Obviously with Loki coming out and like today. Is it today? Tomorrow? Tomorrow for some people.
Shortly, I don't know.
Yeah, and and Star Wars, they have new Star Wars stuff. So I think Disney Plus is definitely on the heels. But I mean, when you look at the subscriber rate, it's like what Netflix is at, like almost 300 million like subs in
Really?
Netflix.
Wow.
Oh yeah, almost like 200 plus, 250 plus. And then when you look at the numbers, I think Disney Plus is in the 30 plus million, like 35 to 40 or something like that. So when you look at the scale, but the way Disney Plus reached that 30 plus, they did it within a year, where Netflix took them like 5 years. So when you look at the scale of adoption, it's pretty strong. But there's so many, right? You have Peacock now, you have HBO Max,
Paramount
Hulu.
Plus. They even had. I
There's
saw
so
they
many.
had their own independent film. I mean, their own original film with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh
I
really?
think Apple Plus is doing, or Apple TV is doing some amazing work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money.
Yeah,
I
oh
think
yeah.
it's great though.
And they
Their
How would you
original
like if you had
series are
QB
so
stock
good.
right now? You had
Yeah.
held QB stock right now. Well, we're on Roku now.
But Roku's crushing it too. I mean, it's great.
Yeah,
Everybody
they
They
doing
all
just
are.
picked
good.
up. I just want to know how cheap they got all that QB content for.
Oh, I know, right? Pennies on a dollar. Yeah.
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 But I mean, imagine being the guy you're like, or who had a show on Quibi, and then you're like, oh, now we're back. You know, you're like, okay, cool. Dead
Yeah.
to risen. Well, I think we've milked this.
Yeah, we've milked it all we can. We've
all
talked
for
about
all it's
everything.
worth. I mean, the splits and the nut punch.
Well,
we're here for that.
I'm gonna go stretch
The
right
wigs.
now.
Stretch.
So I'm gonna go stretch, and I'm gonna see how close I can get my testicles to the floor.
Gorgeous. Can you send us videos?
Well, you're older now.
I'm gonna
Maybe-
guess. I'm gonna guess.
Can you do an Instagram
The
live?
over under is 2 feet.
Over
You
under.
guys, the over under is 2
I
feet.
bet you when you
It's-
try to do the splits, your dog could still walk underneath there, and you got a big dog.
Yeah. Well,
You could. I think you could drive a bus under there because I'm like, oh.
yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking about stretching and my hamstrings hurt.
Yeah. Totally. Oh man.
Oof.
But you have to actually loosen the groin to loosen the groin. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to France. Or where the hell? Belgium. Where the? He's actually not French. He's Belgian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Belgian.
Muscles from Brussels.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
How do you drive a Belgian crazy?
Buy a waffle.
Put him in a round room and tell him to go pee in the corner.
Okay.
My
You
dad
can,
told
you
me
can,
that
he
joke.
can say.
He's Dutch.
I have no idea what that meant. I have zero idea what that meant.
See, the people from Holland apparently just the Belgians are just
Oh, yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah,
You don't like-
it's like
Right.
Canadians and Newfies.
I see, I see.
Wow.
They don't understand shapes.
All right, that's enough for that. It's been a pleasure. I gotta go back to putting a studio together, and figuring out
That's
my
true.
life,
Man.
finding out,
Sounds fun.
finding
Right.
out where
It
my
has been
family
fun.
is.
Yeah, it's been a good,
Great
you,
catching up with
everybody.
you
Thank you
guys.
for
Great
joining
seeing
us.
everybody.
good seeing you guys.
Go
yeah.
check it out. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bring your reading glasses if you need them.
Yeah.
Be prepared to do some work for this film. But looks like it's got some humor.
Could be worth it.
It's got some action, and of course, it's got the splits.
Could be a damn good film. I don't.
Oh wow.
We'll see.
Sure, it can suck, but who cares? It looks like fun.
I think, dude, that segue went way over Nolan even.
That went way over Nolan. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Go over Nolan.
Could be a-
I was.
You should have said it could have been a
Using the
Jean-Claude good film. I don't know. No.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
I
mind.
wasn't
let's
listening.
just exit this thing and cue that outro music, Pagan.
Bye.